What is going on, guys? This is OJ Light, and I thought it would be fun to kind of go over my view on fitness tonight, and how it's really helped me through some difficult times. So let's get into it. So a little backstory. In the early 2010s to 2012, 2013, I was directed to the Good Looking Loser website, and after being there for some time, he had an article on fitness, and it really shaped my view on working out, getting into shape, diet, things of that nature. And since then, I would say I've kind of adapted or evolved what I originally learned, and it probably doesn't look like anything that you would have found on the website, but it is based, the foundation is based off of the things I learned there. And probably the biggest thing is consistency. Like taking a lot of action and being consistent with the type of action that you are taking. That's probably the number one thing I got really out of his stuff. He didn't have a workout program per se. It was more of like some key concepts. So we're gonna kind of go over those key concepts tonight, and one of them, the first one being consistency. And yeah, so let's get into it. So why work out? What is the purpose? So the physical purpose is that no matter who you are, what your age is, ethnicity, the genetics, the whole thing, working out will make you look better. Okay, it's just going to make you look more attractive. That is a universal, right? Slimming down, getting rid of fat, and putting on muscle is going to make you look more attractive, regardless of age, sex, any of that. It's the universal. It's a universal, right? So on a physical level, working out is like the great it's just the great equalizer, right? And I've seen some guys. Now, when I say working out, I'm not talking about looks maxing. When people do like bone surgery and stuff of that nature, probably the furthest I would personally go is maybe some TRT. But I would not like. I'm not here to preach the whole surgery. Like, I know guys that have done jaw surgery. I know guys who've done hair implants. I just rock the bald. I'm not interested in that. And that stuff can get real expensive. That stuff can get real expensive, real quick. I've known guys who've taken out, like, I don't know if this is legal, but he took out a student loan to get some gyno taken out. I don't know how. Well, don't ask me how he was able to get the money from one to the other, but he did. So you could really take this stuff far, but on the most basic level, I think working out is the great equalizer. So that's where I sit on this. So I've come to learn. Okay, now the second benefit of working out, I'll give you kind of like, that's the physical. You look better. You look more attractive. The spiritual end part of this, or the emotion, or mental, or whatever you want to call it, is you build discipline. And discipline is basically doing something even though you don't want to do it. That's really what discipline is. So example, it's winter. I wake up at 4 in the morning. It's negative 10 outside. I really don't want to go to the gym. I warm up my vehicle, get all my stuff ready, and I go. Right? That's discipline. To be able to do it day after day, month after month, year after year. That is discipline. Okay? So the two main benefits: you get physically, you become more attractive, and on a character level, that's probably a better word. On building character, you learn to build discipline, and this will feed into women and money. Right? This will help along the path. So with that said, let's kind of get into what I would recommend doing. Okay, so first things first, you need to kind of know where you're going. Now, I assume we all know what we weigh. Okay, you don't need to tell anyone what you weigh if you're embarrassed. If you're like, oh man, I'm 300 pounds, or 340. I got a buddy that's 340 right now, and he just side note, just came to me. He's like, I'm 340, man. I really need to lose weight. I don't know what to do. I get heavier and heavier every month. And I'm gonna kind of go over. What I told him. Okay, we're gonna go over it together in this chart. And what I'm about to tell you guys, I've told girls, I've told guys. This year alone, 2025, I have gotten 6 girls to join the gym and 1 guy. I've gotten 7 people to get their acts together. I have an 8th guy who hasn't joined the gym, but I've gotten him on the diet. All right, not joined the gym, but he's gotten on the diet. So what I'm about to tell you is what I tell everyone, and everyone at the restaurant. So I go out and eat. I go out to a lot of restaurants, and everyone, the waiters, a lot of the customers, they all know I'm into fitness. So I get a lot of people who I call it table talk. They come down, they sit down, they ask me questions. I'm about to tell you guys what I tell them. Okay. So right now, by the way, I'm going to be building a portfolio of pictures of I've purposely over the last 2 weeks put a little bit of weight on. Not enough to do what I want to do, but I'm gonna try it anyways. And I'm gonna take like a bunch of pictures to show what I'm teaching you, how quickly you can slim down. So we'll see if how the pictures turn out. Hope it works. Chris, by the way, good looking loser, did something similar. He did he took like 3 months, got kind of big, and then he showed how quickly if you stick to the diet, you can slim down. And he had like pictures week after week after week after week, just to give everyone a good thing. So I have a chart. I'm gonna throw it into the chat. I believe the chat should be available after the if this live stream is dead. I'm hoping you okay. But anyways, there's a chart I just threw in the chat. This chart is a good guideline. This is not a rock solid ultra perfect chart. This is just a good guideline. Now I assume you know what your weight is, and I assume you know how tall you are. If you do not know how tall you are, figure that out. If you get a checkup every year, you should be able to know and your weight. So once you have your weight and once you know how tall you are, this chart starts making sense. So I'm 6'1", right? And if we go to this chart, 6'1" at for a male, I should be anywhere. 166 would be the lightest I should ever weigh, and 202 is the heaviest. You often hear me say I'm going for 200 pounds. That's where that number comes from. So right now I'm 240. That means I got 40 pounds overweight. I gotta lose 40 pounds, right? You all cool with that? Okay, so if you're 5 foot, let's say you're 5 foot. Actually, I know this one girl who asked me. She is a 4'11". That's what she told me, and she is 135. And let me see here, 135. And so heaviest she should be is 110. No, I'm sorry, 105. So you gotta lose 30 pounds. That's what I told her. My buddy who is 340. Oh boy, his chart doesn't go high enough. He's 6'4". Oh wait, no, he's 6'3". I'm sorry, he's 6'3". I have it written down on the desk. He's 6'3". He should be. So he needs to lose. It's 216. Let's just make it 215 for easy math. What did I say? 340. So 40 plus another 80. 40. That gets you, and then 40 plus 85. Yeah, he needs to lose. He needs to lose 125 pounds. It's a lot. It's a lot, guys. It's a lot. It's a lot. 125 pounds. Yeah, he's. So you just go through this list and figure out what you need to what the heaviest you should be, and that's like your starting goal, right? Once you get there, let's say I get to 200 pounds and I have a six pack, I could already go another 10 pounds, or maybe I get to 200 pounds and I do have a six pack. I'm like, I'm done, right? You don't know until you get there. So you need a starting goal, and that's how you get to the starting goal, right? So now that we know where we're going, right? You know where you're going. Once you've done that stuff, you know where you're going. What is the tactics that get you there? What are your how do you do it? Like, how do you actually start losing weight meaningfully? Like, I don't mean you lost a pound in a month. I mean, like, every week it's coming off. Week after week, even day by day, you're noticing just a little. Maybe it's 1/10 of a pound, but you're seeing the scale drop very slowly. How do you do it? What are you doing? So there are 5 tactics I recommend. Okay, and I'm gonna go through easiest to hardest. The first tactic, the most important tactic, is to fix your sleep. I cannot stress this enough. This is fundamental. I know way too many people who operate on 4-3 hours of sleep. In fact, the guy that is 340, he sometimes will go a whole 40-hour period without sleeping at all. This is part of his issue. I have told him he has to get sleep every night. Not when I feel like it, not when I finally crash. You got to get the sleep in every night. For me, I need about 7.5 hours. Like, I usually go to bed about 9:30. I'm out. I'm in dreamland. 4 o'clock, I'm waking up. That's 7.5. Sometimes I go to bed a little earlier. Sometimes I'll feel a little exhausted. Maybe go to bed at 8. Get an extra hour and a half. But generally speaking, 7.5 hours is what I do per night. Everyone's a little bit different. And it also depends, how hard you pushed yourself physically during that day. Okay? So, that's number 1, sleep. And the reason this is important, guys, is a couple reasons. Two big ones. Your sleep will help modulate your cortisol levels. Cortisol is the stress hormone. It is why you get hungry. Like, you're never having a really shitty day and you're just starved. That's cortisol, right? You wanting to eat, when you're really stressed out and eating makes you feel better, that's the cortisol. Okay, this is a big problem for me. I would say my number one thing that breaks my diet is stress eating. I am a huge stress eater. Okay. And it can be both physical, like the day before I hit it in the gym and my body is just stressed out and sore. I like to eat bad, or I'm having a really shitty day because some shitbag thing happened, right? I am a stress eater. I'm a huge stress eater. So because I am a stress eater, it's the cortisol, right? So there's not much you can do about cortisol. You can sleep, and relaxation is probably the biggest thing. Basically, decreasing your stress level, right? Without eating. That is the big thing about cortisol. Okay, you gotta so that's why sometimes people say take relaxing walks. It's really the relaxation part. Maybe going into the hot tub. I'm not sure about the hot tub because the hot water might actually cause you body stress. You're just trying to de-stress yourself, right? So Very important. And then the second reason sleep is important is your body builds muscle as you sleep. That is the actual device. That is the actual physical mechanic thing that your body does to build muscle. It's not the actual working out. That's the stimulus. It's the sleep that actually is the process, right? So you need to sleep to build muscle. Okay. So now that we got that out of the way, that's the easiest one. That's the easiest one, guys. Okay. So the next one is, I think a lot of people can do this. You need a physical hobby. I always say this: 90 minutes a day of physical activity is all you need. It's all you need to start really changing your body. 90 minutes a day. Okay. So let me just give you some examples, right? This one I actually have found. See, for me personally, this tactic is real easy when it comes to like doing things to burn calories. But I found it's hard. I found it really hard to get other people to do this. So let me give you some physical activities I've done, and then I'll give you some physical activities I got other buddies that do. So I personally have done. I do swimming. Winter is here, so this one but in the summer, usually me and my dog, who's right there, we go on a like 90-minute run or jog or walk. Volleyball. I've done volleyball leagues in the past. Some of my friends do boxing. That's a good one. I have one friend. She does. In the summer, she does paintball, which is kind of like when you're running around shooting at people. It's pretty physical. And she also in the winter does like a lot of snowboarding. Even bowling would probably be better than some hobbies instead of just sitting at home. Just something that gets you out of the house and physically active. That you just need a hobby, one hobby. Okay. Salsa dancing, that's another big one I do. Because this is fun. When you're having fun, when you're having fun doing something physical, you don't think of it as working out. You just think of it as I'm going out, having fun, meeting people. But you are burning calories doing this. Okay, so this is a very important tactic. I can't remember the influencer I saw. I know it was a woman. She said the same thing I did. I'm like, yes. She worded it a little bit differently. I used the word hobbies. I can't remember how she worded it. But yeah, 90 minutes a day is all you need in physical activity. This also includes working out, like physical weightlifting. So that's two. That's tactic 2. The third tactic, guys, is I really like this one. So the third tactic, guys, is, and this is where it starts getting hard. This is where it starts getting hard for a lot of people. Okay, it's just drink water. This is hard. I know a lot of sugar addicts who can't give up the pop. I know a ton of sugar addicts that just can't give up the pop. Can't do it. They cannot do it. I know a lot of alcoholics that can't give up the alcohol. I know a lot of people who love mixed drinks. They love the alcohol with the sugar. You gotta give that shit up. I know people who love the milk has some. I just know guys who just, this is hard. This is like in the medium, but this is medium. I think this is in the middle, hard. But you gotta get into the habit of just drinking water. You should not be drinking calories. The one exception is if you have a protein shake after you've actually done like a physical workout. Okay, I'll give you the one protein shake. But otherwise, you need to be drinking just water, no calories in the drinks. This is hard. This is about the medium one. And then we gotta discuss how much water you should be drinking. I got this from Alan Roberts, so I'm gonna credit him because he's the one who introduced me to this formula. It's a phenomenal formula. For every 2 pounds you weigh, for every 2 pounds you weigh, you should drink 1 ounce. So let's just say I was 200 pounds. I drink about 6 bottles of water a day, guys. That's what it comes out to. About 6 of these bottles a day gets me my liquid. Okay. So, and I drink about 6. You can't see my garbage can. It's over here, full of empty water bottles. Full. Okay. I drink a lot of water. Ton of water. To the annoyance of some people. So that is tactic 3. So let's just kind of review the first 3. The first 3 is get your sleep fixed, get a physical hobby, and just drink water, right? So now we're moving along. Your body's starting to make some changes. Now we're gonna get into the next one. And number 4 is lifting weights with the goal of getting stronger. You want to lift weights, not to lose weight, but to get stronger. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're lifting weights. It's not for cardio. You are trying to get stronger. You are trying to put muscle mass on. This is important. The more muscle mass you have, the more calories you burn. It keeps the muscle mass, if you're getting older, it keeps the muscle mass on, helps with bone density. There are just so many benefits to lifting weights. I know a woman who's in her 50s that looks like she's in her late 40s because she lifts weights. She's literally gained like 20 years of youth because she lifts weights, okay? So lifting weights is the best thing that you can do. Okay, physical activity, hands down, weightlifting, best activity you can do. There's many splits. I'm gonna say this right now. You'll hear arguments all day about splits, like how should I break up my workout, this and that. I am pretty convinced. Yeah, I'm pretty convinced all splits work. You just have to pick the split that you personally like. Okay, that's the big one. It's got to be something you can stick with. Okay, so if you like full body 3 times a week, go with full body. If you like to do push-pull legs, do that. If you like upper lower, do that. Okay. What other splits are there? Bro split. If you like a bro split, where you like 1 day's leg, 1 day's chest, 1 day's shoulder, 1 day's back, do that. If that's what you like, go for it. Okay, there is all splits are perfectly acceptable. They're all acceptable. I've seen people get great results during a number of splits, and the reason they get great results is because they are able to stick with it. The split I do, which is I don't really hear anyone talking about. I'm not saying I invented it. There's probably somebody that does it. It's just probably not popular. Is I do a chest and leg day, and my split is chest and leg. Chest and leg, back and leg, and chest and arm. Okay, so that's my split. I'll do I lift Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. So Monday will be we'll just start at the beginning of the cycle. Leg and back, and then Wednesday will be chest and arm, and then Friday will be leg and back again, and then the next Monday and day will be chest and arm, and then occasionally I throw in a rest day to get, make sure everything's healed, and we start over. That has been very successful for me because I enjoy it and I can stick to it. Again, the consistency here is the biggest thing. You've got to be consistent. You've got to be consistent in your activity, right? So, that's 4. That's tactic 4. Actually, let me give you 6 exercises. These are my favorite 6 exercises. These are 6 exercises I think everyone should do. I do a lot more than these 6. I have 24 exercises I do in my whole routine. I do it over 11 days. But these are the 6 I would always recommend. Number 1 exercise I think you should do is deadlift for raw strength. Okay, that's number 1 exercise, deadlift. Number 2 barbell squat. I am a lot of my exercises are barbell work, okay? But I do have some machines. Actually, let me break this up. I have a mixture overall, if I go to sixes. I do a lot of barbell, I do some machines, I do a lot of dumbbells, and I do some cable, okay? It's all in there. It's all fine. I think this is a huge thing that a lot of people, I honestly think a lot of people get into the weeds about which exercises they should pick. I always see the debate of machines versus free weights, dumbbell versus barbell, cables. I see all the bullshit online, and I really think a good mixture of all of it, perfectly acceptable. No reason for anyone to feel like they need to defend their exercises. So anyways, my top 6 exercises, deadlifts, number 1, barbell squats, which is actually probably my weakest barbell exercise. But anyways, then I would say incline chest press. Thanks, buddy. The reason I would say incline is all men already have a lower chest. It's usually the upper chest that is not really developed, so that's like where you need it at. Dips are awesome. Dips will hit shoulder, tricep, and oops, relax, little buddy. Lower. It'll hit the lower, but it'll hit the tricep and shoulder. One moment, my dog wants out. All right, okay, all right. No. You go out there. Sorry about that. My dog hears the neighbor. And he gets super excited. And then so dip, awesome. What was number? Wait. Overhand barbell row. Man, that really tears up my upper back. And then the last one would be reverse close grip, pull down with the cable. I think those are really 6 solid exercises. I would highly recommend. Very easy. They're just fun. I think they're fun. My personal favorite exercise. It's not on my top 6. I wouldn't recommend it for everyone. But I like overhead tricep extensions with the dumbbell. I think they're fun. But anyways, that's tactic number 4, guys. Weightlifting. And then the 5th one, and this is the hard one. So I always get this one last. Is prioritize protein. That's hard. So I just kind of was like just looking at a menu today. Okay, and this is why I was out for lunch and I was looking at a menu today. And man, I gotta say, everything's like carb heavy. Everything, like pasta, that's all carbs. Pancakes, that's all carbs. Hash browns, that's all carbs. Let me think of other things. Even if you get a cheeseburger, that's like half carbs. Pizza, carbs. Chinese, carbs. Burrito. Carbs, maybe, depending on where you go. What other ones? French fries, carbs. A lot of American food is pretty carb heavy, right? You gotta kind of fight to get the protein. You gotta fight to get the protein. Okay, guys? So how much protein do you need? You need about whatever your goal weight is, 1 gram per goal weight. That's why I think the one protein shake is fine. So the protein shake I have is 72 grams. That knocks out a big chunk. That knocks out a big chunk of my protein intake per day. Okay, huge chunk, huge chunk. Okay, so review the 5 tactics. The 5 tactics: get your sleep fixed, have a hobby, just drink water, lift weights, prioritize protein. Fight for that protein. That protein is hard. That protein is hard. And you can do really good. You can do really good. So what about calories? What about calories? Okay, because I don't deny that calories in and calories out are ultimately lose weight. But so that's what kind of like just drink water and prioritize protein comes in. So average amount. Let me use that. So if drinking water, I believe 18 to 19% of all people's calories are from liquids. So if you cut that out, let's just say 20% for easy math. If everything stays the same with your diet, like you didn't add anything, but you just cut the liquids, you would cut 20% of your calories. You'd start noticing a weight loss. Okay, you might not get all the way down, but you'd probably start noticing a change. That's one. So prioritizing meat. I really, how to put this? Like, if diet is super hard for you, I would say carnivore. But I think you could be more balanced than just carnivore. Okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with some fruit, a little bit of fruit, and grain. Like if you have like a bowl of oatmeal every other day and you're slim, I don't think that's gonna kill you. Minus as I said, you're slim. And vegetables, I like cauliflower and broccoli. I actually like asparagus. Big asparagus fan. So yes, but if it's really hard for you guys to like figure it out, carnivore all the way. But let me go explain this from a calorie perspective. So the average American diet, guys, is, I'm gonna just give it to you. So it's like 2 large Cokes, a French fry, and a double cheeseburger, right? So let's just say you applied what I said. French fries to about. If you change the French fry to house salad, let's say you just keep the double cheeseburger the same. Okay, that stays the same. If you change the fry to a salad, and you change the 2 Cokes to water or an iced tea with no calories in it, suddenly you just cut out probably like 500 calories out of your diet. Put 500 out, right? And if you do that for dinner, you probably cut more out, right? And suddenly you're gonna start seeing that weight drop because you allow 500, 800 calorie deficit. This is assuming you keep everything the same. It's not like, well, because obviously you can make up these calories elsewhere. Overeat, you could start eating more protein and calories than you realize. But if you kept it the same, you could start really cutting weight. Okay, very quickly. I'm not huge on the calorie counting. I think it's effective if you can do it. I'm just terrible at it, right? So if you get good at it though, you can have some real success. But to be honest, guys, like I've gotten it. I pretty much know what to eat to maintain weight. So that's not really the issue. It's just like sometimes it's just hard not to overindulge because sometimes I do get really hungry and I just want to eat. That is a problem. I know when I blow my calorie intake for the day. It's pretty obvious to me. And I know when I eat at maintenance and I know when I eat under. Right? I can look at the meals now and I already know. Okay. So took some time. But if you want to get a little more like technical, how I would do it is a lot of people recommend a 500 calorie deficit per day. This is what I would suggest you try to do. This is what I would try to do. Because I got this from 2 people. Derek from No Plate, More Plates, No Dates, and a friend in my dance community who has a very similar theory. So I would only cut 350 calories out of your diet, in terms of food, and then I would try to add 150 calories of activity per day, right? And that makes up the 500 calorie that people magically goes with. Honestly, though, if you are dieting kind of hard, you could probably get more than 350 calories cut. Like I said, that one meal change I did, I have to find it up. But it's like a 500 calorie cut, just for that one change, for like the double cheeseburger thing I explained earlier. So that is the 5 tactics. Okay, it's the 5 tactics in play. Now, the last step is, so you gotta go. Okay, you gotta go, and you got tactics to get you closer to the goal. Okay, 2. The third major thing, guys, I would really like you to consider is this expectations. I have found it is really hard for me to lose more than 25 pounds in a year. I'm not saying you can't lose more than that. I'm just saying sometimes you gotta know, like, your body's gonna be like, no, this is it, and it gets hard. It gets hard. So I've heard two theories on this, and I'm not sure which ones are better. One person, Lyle McDonald, who I've come to really admire, suggests that you try to lose weight rapidly, and it works better when you lose it rapidly. Okay, so that's one tactic. Alan Roberts, though, who I'm a big fan of, suggests you only try to lose 0.5% a week. So if you're, let's just say you're 300 pounds, that would be, what is it? That's 1.5 pounds a week you try to lose. I'm not sure which one's better. Maybe you switch it up. Maybe try to do like try to lose it quickly, and if you plateau, then try to go to the 0.5% a week once you plateau. I'm not sure which is better. I just want to give you these 2 methods. But I personally have found that at 25 pounds in a year, I pretty much I max out, and I gotta, like, not reset, but like maintain for a long time. Reset, like, basically get the fortitude up again, and then go again. Like that, I have found that to be true for me. Some people, though, they could stick to a diet for a whole year and come out ahead. Everyone's a little bit different. Everyone has a different tolerance, okay, to the fatigue, the diet fatigue. And the diet fatigue is real, because I'll be honest, when you eat the same meal for 6 months straight, it gets tedious. It gets tedious. So you gotta have realistic expectations when you're trying to lose weight. Okay, realistic expectations. Because I think the biggest thing that defeats people, the biggest thing that defeats people is false expectations. So I have a theory that I call the gap. I borrowed the term the gap from someone, but I think people, if this makes sense, they have a goal. Like, this week I'm gonna lose 3 pounds. So okay, that's the goal for the week. And weigh day comes in, and they've only lost not even 1.5 pounds, like 1.2 pounds. So they were like not even close to hitting their goal. They still lost weight, but they weren't close to. They didn't hit the goal. Or worse yet, they gained 0.5 pound. That happens too. And what happens is, for some people, when they don't hit their goals, okay, they don't hit their goals. So the goal was here, they came short. So there's a gap. There's a gap between what they wanted to hit and what they actually hit. And guess what happens? Depression fills the gap. You start getting depressed. And you start doing dumb shit, right? Like, oh, God, I failed on my diet this week. Say, fuck it, I'm just going to go eat that whole carrot cake, all 10 pieces, or 8 pieces to myself tonight. You're going to get fatter, and the gap widens. Okay? And then they do it again. The gap widens, and they keep widening into this fucking cycle of despair. And then eventually, I call it the sea monster comes, and before you know it, they were at 220 pounds. They got depressed and got off the diet. Now they're at 320 pounds, and they're just like, fuck it, I don't care if I'm 400, and the gap widens and widens and widens, and that's from not having good expectations, and people fall into this depressed state. Okay, that's the best way I can do. And you see this all the time. It doesn't even have to be with food. Some people could be like, it might not even be food they use to fill the gap. It could be drugs. It could be alcohol. It could be like, fuck, I'm gonna go blow $2,000 on bullshit. They'll do some dumbass shit, but the gap will widen. Okay. And I think this gets people. I call it the sea monsters. They eat you. You sink so low. Okay. I think this happens a lot more than people give consideration to. So have healthy expectations. Now the best defense against becoming victim to the gap is have humility. You are going to fail. You are going to have shitty weeks or a shitty day. It is going to happen. The key is to not fall into the gap trap and try to have way more better days than shitty days, right? So I like to use this formula. For every if in a 10-day period, you need to have like 8 great days and 2 shitty days. If you could have a 10 out of 10, that's even better, right? But try to keep that ratio, right? Because if it's in the reverse, you ain't gonna get nowhere. You just have to have more better days than fat days, as I like to put it, right? So that's the 3 things, guys. First, you need to have a goal, right? First, you need to have a goal. Then you need employ the 5 tactics I gave you, and then have healthy expectations. I like Alan Roberts' thing, 0.5% a week. Okay, just take your weight, multiply it by 0.995. I'll give you what you should aim for in a week. You can alternate between the crash diet and the 0.5%. Maybe you're like, I'm gonna try to lose 20 pounds in 6 weeks. It's like, and try that, and then maybe switch back and forth. Like I said, you gotta play with it and experiment and see what works for you. But these are just suggestions and things I have found. But have a healthy expectation. Have humility. Understand that you might not hit your goal, and that's okay. Hitting 80% of your goal is better than not hitting any of it. Okay. So, I want to kind of end this now with kind of putting it all together. What does this look like in my life, my day-to-day life? Okay. Now I had a video on this on what my actual life schedule looks like day-to-day, but I'm gonna give it to you guys. If you've not seen the video, I'm gonna give it to you here now. So I wake up every day at 4 in the morning, and from 4 to 7, it's either my swim gym or bath mate sessions, right? So, but we're gonna keep with the fitness right now. I've got plenty of bathmate stuff. You guys can go watch other videos on that. I got plenty on that. But let's just say this. So swimming is the physical activity I like to do, and I can do it in the morning. So if Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays are my weightlifting days, then Thursdays, Tuesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays are my swim days, okay? So every day is about 90 minutes worth of activity. I'm in the gym for like an hour, so actually it's not quite 9. So it's well, I work out for about an hour, so like 5 in the morning to 6 I'm working out, then I got a half hour worth of, like, I go to the locker room and shower and stuff. So it's about 90 minutes. It's a 90-minute ordeal for me, beginning to end. Swimming, I swim for 45 minutes, and then I usually do like a 15-minute session of hot tub. So that's about an hour. And then again, 30-minute, ready. So that's like my 90 minutes a day in the morning, right? And then I drive to work. And that's like how my day-to-day looks like. And then my workout program is made up of 24 exercises. I'm not going to go through all of them tonight. But I do like, Monday I'll do a back and leg, and then chest and arm, and then I'll do a different back and leg set of back and leg exercises. And then the next Monday I'll do a different set of chest and arms. And then the next day I'll have a rest day, like the next, so that'd be that Wednesday I'll have a rest day, and then I'll repeat the cycle over and over and over again. I found great success in that. Great success in a leg and back and chest and arm split. Okay, and that's what it looks like. And then from I try to keep to the diet, just drink water, try to focus on just eating meat with some vegetables on the side. And that's it, guys. That is the how it looks. That's how you put it all together. Again, every night I go to bed about 9:30. Wake up at 4. Drink my 6 bottles of water a day. That's it, guys. That's it. So, anyways, guys, I hope you have found this video helpful. I'm gonna probably try to do this speech every night, and I'm going to be revising it and making it better each iteration. So, really try to get that message out there to people. Anyways, guys, thank you for joining me tonight, and I will see you guys on the next live stream. I am OJ Light. If you've enjoyed this, please subscribe.